Hello, hi. My name's Randy Dotto. I hope you've seen my other videos, but I'm a retired businessman out of Springfield, Ohio. I somehow think that God has put on my heart to make an effort to at least be heard and possibly be president of this country. I really have that desire, simply because I like challenges for one. Plus, I'm just a kind of thinker that I think could help this country. I just listened to Obama tonight on TV talk about how our super committee couldn't come together on how to cut 3% out of our budget for the next 10 years. That's doesn't sound like much, and it's really not. It's 1.2 trillion over the next 10 years. But when you talk about a 3.6 trillion annual budget, it's a very small amount of money. What I'd like to talk to you about tonight, my other two videos, the first one was on jobs, and I hope you'll check it out. It's at all my videos are at red84944. You must know that if you found this video. I guess I'm still learning how this gets out there, and I also had one on immigration. Well, the one I want to give you tonight is on taxes and balancing our budget. I'm a retired businessman. I've owned and operated quite a few gas stations in my day. My proposal is simply this. If you make $10,000, you pay 1% income tax on that $10,000. That would be $100 federal tax liability you would have on that $10,000. I know it's not much, but everybody's going to participate. No more feeling like you're riding free. We all want to be able to hold our heads up and feel like we're contributing to this great country that we have. And we will. We will all participate. For every $10,000 that your income goes up, the tax rate is going to go up 1/2%. At $100,000, you would be paying 5.5% income tax. State tax or federal tax. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? It is good. It's a very good tax rate. And here's something that's even better about that. If you're married, your wife and yourself still each of you start at $10,000. If you both make $100,000, you're making $200,000 at a 5.5% tax rate. This way there's no penalty for being married, no penalty for being single. No penalties, period. Everybody's treated as individuals. This tax rate, my proposal is we take it up this way until we reach 35% income tax, and the best of my calculations, that would probably happen around it'd be 650,000, 700,000 is really where that would happen at. If you make $700,000, that's where we would draw the line at this point at 35%. But realistically, that number, the top number, is going to be decided on what we have to go to balance the budget. If you reach $700,000 and 35% is the top bracket that we're going to have, everything you make above that's going to be taxed at 35%. And as the country needs less money, we're going to lower that number. We're going to work from the top down. I think those are making the big sacrifice percentage-wise deserves for that rate to drop first. You want to have the benefit of that, make a lot of money. There's nothing wrong with making money. That's what makes this world go round. And I don't think we should punish anybody with our tax system. I think it should treat us all in a similar fashion. I don't think anybody has a problem with paying more income tax as you make more. But I think my plan is fair. If you just think about it and work it out for yourself a little bit, you'll see that it's a pretty good deal. Some of the things, though, that would happen besides that is I would get rid of all deductions except for charitable deductions. I think charity is important, and I think that our churches and synagogues and what have you do a much better job of helping those who need a helping hand better than the government. So I think we need to shift a lot of that responsibility back into those organizations and let them do their thing. I'm not saying that the government can't still be there as a safety net if it needs to be, but of course it would, because we take care of our people. Another thing that would change is capital gains and dividends would be treated in this way: is half of your dividends and half of your capital gains would be claimed as ordinary income. If you were in the top tax bracket making $700,000 a year, and if that was the top tax bracket, you'd be paying effective rate of 17.5% capital gains or taxes on your dividends. If you're in a lower bracket, then of course if you're at the 5.5% bracket, you're only paying 2.5 or 3% on your dividends or capital gains. But that'll help lift you into these higher brackets. That's how we get there. You accumulate wealth. Another thing that would happen, or need to happen to balance our budget as well, is Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid is a big part of our budget. What we would want to do there is, to me, is we want to raise the cap. Right now, you pay Social Security tax. I'm not sure. I think it's $100,000 or $110,000. Once you make that much money, beyond that, you pay no Social Security tax. Well, my tax plan gives us enough room to where we can increase that number and still not devastate anybody. And we can shore up those programs. In fact, we can put them on a solid foundation to where we can get this country headed the right way. By doing the tax system that I have in mind, what's going to happen is the people that really do make a lot of the calls in this country, which is those who have more money than others, or it's the golden rule, they're going to be inclined to really invest in a government that is leaner and meaner. Or maybe friendlier is what I should say. We don't want a meaner government. I think we've got enough mean government right now. We need a friendly government. We need to loosen up our constraints on these corporations that makes it so difficult for them to do business in this country. I do believe that our corporate taxes, I personally envision them being at a zero tax. If you stop and think about a corporation paying income taxes, Walmart or anybody else, they don't just reach in their pocket and pull that tax money out and lay it on the Treasury's desk. They pass it on to us. We're paying that tax. So why do the shuffle? Why not make it an atmosphere or an environment where people would want to come here and want to manufacture and want to invest in their companies here? When you tax a company, you're just taking away the money that they would use to expand or to buy other companies or to grow. They're not the corporation doesn't hoard and blow that money. The corporation makes money. If it doesn't reinvest it or distribute it in dividends or to people that have invested in their company or into payrolls, hey, these big payrolls, you just see that's how tax is generated, right? Wouldn't we rather have ourselves paying tax instead of corporations? Because if you're paying tax, you're making money. And that's how it works. You know, people used to say to me when I was in business, well, don't you hate paying all those taxes? Well, you know what? I like paying tax. The more tax I pay, the more money I'm making. That's how I always looked at it. I always wanted to pay a lot of tax, and I still want to pay a lot of tax. Because in the fair system, the more tax you pay, the more money you're making. And I think my plan is simple. The problem I've got with my plan is getting it out to the people, and that's where you come in. I hope you've heard my other videos. I hope I make sense. I know I do, really. I operate with a KISS method. I try to keep it simple, stupid. I'm stupid. I try to keep it simple too. It doesn't need to be as hard as everybody's making it out. It's politics. And the thing that really makes me the most concerned, and the reason why I'm really trying to make the effort that I'm trying to make, is I see nothing but division in our country right now. Our government from the top down, I see them, well, mainly from the top, trying to divide us, trying to pit one against the other, rich and poor and happy and sad and black and white and red and green and yellow. Hey, United we stand. United we stand, divided we fall. I'm a Chippewa Indian, quarter Chippewa Indian. I'll tell you something, nobody loves this country more than I do. I love this country. It's been good to me. It's been great to me. And I know it's much better than what you're hearing out there. I don't expect to be elected president, but I tell you, I would sure love to be heard. I would like them to hear some of my ideas, and I would like to see them put some of them to work, because I know they will work. I'm good with numbers. I'm good with business. I'm good with people. I've made a lot of bad decisions, and I know I'll probably have to face a lot of them that I don't really want to face. But I'll tell you what kind of guy I am. There's only one thing I really haven't done in my life, and that's fix the problems of this country. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. I hope you'll tell your friends, your family, and your enemies to watch this video. And if you like it, pass it on. I'll tell you, I would like to hand defeat to anybody that wants to run against me with no money. I would like to do it without spending any money. If I could spend my time correctly with your help, we could do that. I will be a write-in candidate, Randy Dotto, Randall. You gotta call me Randall probably to do a write-in candidate thing, but check me out on Facebook, Randy Dotto. You know where I'm at on YouTube, evidently, red84944. That's a car I used to have, an 1984 944. My initials are RED. My wife's slogan is, "You had the white man, you tried the black man, now look out, here come the red man." That's me. Thank you so much. God bless you, and I hope you'll pass this on. I'll look forward to watching the views that hopefully this will get. Have a great one. Happy Thanksgiving.